welcome to Polymer Clay TV. I'm Kira and today begins our 2019 year of Veneer. So this is a polymer trading coin that I made with the veneer featured in today's video. Let's get started. Hi there! If you've been watching what we're doing, you'll know that 2019 is going to be the year of veneer. So today I'll be starting off with our first veneer and we'll be using them to make polymer clay trading coins. Now, these are 2.5-inch circles of all different types of techniques and colors and ideas, and some of these can actually be found in Polymer Clay Trading Coins, the book, which is coming out this month. So I'm going to show you how to make a veneer using Primo graphite pearl clay, and we're going to do a fancy mica shift. Now this clay isn't even conditioned and you can already see that the mica is showing itself. So I've got a dark swirl of mica here and the highlighted swirl of mica there, and this is just when I ripped the quarter bar off the package and started flattening it out to go through my pasta machine. It started showing me the colors that are inside. So I'm going to go ahead and condition this clay. This veneer, we're going to start with a nice flat piece of the base color clay. That fits, or just about fits, in the circle. I'm going to set this to the side. This is going to be the base that I create everything on. It doesn't have to be very thick either. I might roll this down one more, because I'm going to be putting a lot of clay on top of this. Basically, I used a half bar of the clay, and here's just a little piece rolled to a number 4 that's going to fit my coin that I'll set aside. And the rest of that half bar of clay is well conditioned, and now I'm going to start rolling it through my pasta machine to create the color variations of the mica shift. So I'm going to show you my pasta machine and how I'm going to do that. I'm going to fold the clay and roll it through the pasta machine in the same direction every single time. So now what I have after doing that is the nice smooth shiny color of the graphite pearl on top, and when I cut into this, it's going to have a darkness on the inside, and that's because I forced all the mica particles to lay flat by rolling them all in one direction. So if you've ever heard of the mica shift, this is a polymer clay technique that happens when you do this. So I'm going to turn this piece on its side so you can see the difference in color. So you've got the shiny color of the mica particles reflecting light, and then this is basically looking at the sides of the mica particles, which are in here stacked against each other, not reflecting light. So when you put the one on top of the other, it looks like you actually have two different colors of clay, but really you just have shiny and dull. So now I'm going to use this to my advantage, and I'm going to do some twisting. This is a really fun way to get started with the mica shift, because you just grab your blade and start twisting clay. So I'm just going to cut off the raggedy edges because I don't want those. And I'm going to cut some what I would call squares by cutting a strip off of this that's about as thick as the clay is wide. And what I'm going to do with that is gently twist it. And when I'm done twisting, I'm going to lay it on this base sheet of clay. Just gently stick it on there. That one was a little thick on one end, so I'm trying to get it pretty much square so that when I twist it, it kind of looks like a wrought iron. It has a wrought iron look. And I'm just going to keep doing this, twisting them and laying them on my base sheet next to each other. And you can let a little bit of the underneath clay show through, like that. And I'll come back when I'm done. I've got my pieces all tacked down to the little square, and you can see I actually have a lot of clay left over. You can make this veneer with very little clay. So if you have some metallic or mica shift type of clay, the new Cernit colors would work really well with this technique. Any of the Primo Accents colors with mica in them, you can try this technique with the golds, the silvers, even the colored mica clays. So it's really fun. So I'm just going to set aside my extra clay because we need to do one more thing with this. So we're going to be rolling this through the pasta machine. First, I'm going to just gently roll these so that they're nice and stuck down to the base layer. And you can see that we're going to start seeing a rippling effect of that color. So we're going to roll this through the pasta machine in two directions, this way and this way, so that everything spreads out evenly. I'm going to start it in this direction, and then I'm going to turn it and go in this direction. So basically I'm going to roll it this way through the pasta machine, and then turn it and roll it with this point on the bottom so that everything flattens out. Now you can see color variations here, but you can also see that there's a lot of clay sticking up from the surface, and with mica shift you want it to be pressed down flat. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take that base color and make stacks of it. I'm going to put a backing on this sheet of more clay, and I'm going to roll it through the pasta machine again. See, I don't want it to get so thin that it's super delicate, so I'm going to back it with more clay and keep rolling it flat until all the clay melds together. So with one sheet of backing and a couple more rolls, you can see that I'm starting to become a lot flatter with this sheet, but it's still not there yet. So this is rolled to the number 2 setting, which is just one thickness less than the thickest setting. So I'm going to go ahead and take it down one more and see how thin I get. I want to be able to make a coin out of this or something, so I just don't want it to be super, super thin. So if necessary, I will put one more sheet of number 4, which is pretty thin, behind this to keep stretching it out. So let's see what happens. This was one more time to a number 3 on the pasta machine, and I actually think this is good because now by hand I can get rid of those last seams with just some gentle rolling from my pasta machine and some melding with my fingers. So if you want those last seams to be totally gone, you can just kind of rub them away. Okay, so I'm happy with this, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out a circle. So there you go, it's your first veneer of the year. We're going to have a year of veneer every Wednesday on our YouTube channel, and we're going to have events, contests, things you can win, and basically just inspiration so that you can stay nice and inspired throughout the year and make fun things with us. So thanks for creating along, and we hope to see you next week on Polymer Clay TV with the next veneer. Here's where I ended up with this coin. So I pulled out TJ's Secret Garden texture stacks, and I used this one to create a little oval shaped medallion in the center, and then I used some of my jewel shimmer pigments, the red and turquoise, to highlight that centerpiece, and some shimmer shifts around the edges. I just used a little brush to gently tap them on, and some cool little ceramic cabochons around the middle, and these are hot fix. So all of this is going to be hot fixed onto my coin after I bake it, and There it is. It's really pretty. And these are for collecting, trading, trying out a technique, whatever. If you want to find out how you can win this, come on over to the blog at polymerclaytv.com, and we're going to have a sign up for the Year of Veneer and all kinds of fun things going on. See you next time.